What you're about to watch behind me here, this breakdown video that I'm about to go through, is for my private clients inside of my subconscious closed community of guys who are getting, and girls who are getting results like this, and this. I thought I'd give you guys a special treat. I thought I'd give you a sneak peek at what's inside. And what we talk about here is how to build urgency and the literal formula of how to build urgency. Everything from A through Z of what types of problems that you need, how to earn vulnerability, because a lot of you are going super emotional, super quick, and then you turn them off. But a lot of you are just too fucking logical and you're not going emotional enough, and then you don't get the leverage that you need. Or maybe you're doing both logical and emotional, you're getting all these problems, but then you're not challenging them hard enough on why they haven't done anything to take action. So I walked through all three of these in this video. If you get any value, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and you can thank me in the comments for this perfect treat for you guys. And yeah, without further ado, I'll stop yapping. Let's dive into the training. This one is going to be a more multifaceted training. It applies to like 90% of you. More so if you sell to smart people. This is going to be really key. But even if you don't sell to smart people, like you could get away with a lot more, I would still follow this process because this is how you earn vulnerability. So the three most important parts of the call, the whole fucking call is important. Everything plays into each other. But the three most important parts are the problem, challenging them, and then the pitch, right? Fuck everything else up, but get these three right, you're gonna close more deals. So these two, they go hand in hand, the problem and challenging. Now, the reason that they're in this order is because this is the order in the call, right? In order to get enough context to challenge them, you need to fully understand the problem so you have a leg to stand on. So think of it this way, okay? Put my camera right here. The best way to think about it is you need logical problems, right? This is, I'll draw an arrow here. You need logical problems. Okay, I'll see that shit. Yes, okay. Plus emotional, say emo. This is what we call full context. Fuck. That's what we call full context, okay? Now, full context is what you need to be able to challenge them, okay? So without this isn't gonna land because you're gonna try to challenge them. You're gonna try to do the ethical gaslighting that you learn later in this course, and it won't land. And the reason it's not landing is because they still have wiggle room to get out of. We don't want any fucking wiggle room. And if they do try to wiggle, you want to be able to have them buy the balls in discovery so much that you have enough context to bring it back to. And so we start with the logical problems, right? And again, this is why it's so important if you sell to smart people. So logical problems are, let's say you sell career coaching, right? We want to find out like the literal reason as to why what they're doing is not working, okay? So I'll actually give an example of what I used to sell, which is super nuanced. And I think if you can understand it in this context, you'll be able to understand it in any context that you sell, okay? So what I used to sell previously is life coaching to burned out female doctors. And the coaching was more so geared around their charting, them being able to chart faster, chart more efficiently. And so a problem that I had is I would start the call instantly going into the emotional. Doctors are obviously smart people, guys. I'd go straight for the emotional. So, okay, you're spending all this time charting. Oh, what's that taken away from? Oh, how are you not able to be present with your family? How are you not able to do this, right? That fucked me because they would have a lot of resistance very early on because in their mind, the questions I was asking, they didn't add up. They didn't make sense. So what I changed that really helped is just like 2 to 3x my close rate. I started logical. So I would find out what is the literal reason, right? Literal problem. What is the literal reason that this person is spending so much time charting? So a lot of times with them, it would be too much time with patients, right? It would be perfectionism around those notes. right? It would be them. What else would they do? It was perfectionism. It was too much time with the patients. It was not doing it in the room. Because they felt like it was like rude or some shit, right? These were the literal problems. Now, once I understood this, and part of it, sometimes they would be missing money on bonuses, right? So that's another logical problem fuck, that's terrible. You guys are gonna have to deal with my terrible handwriting here. Money lost, right? This is another logical problem. So once you get the logical problems, then you're able to take that. You've done what's called earning vulnerability, okay? And since you've asked pretty much the questions that they feel like they're on the call for, and it is still relevant to you, by the way, because you're gonna use this shit here in your pitch, but in their brain, now that we are having a conversation towards what I'm here for, they're more open to talk about this stuff. So let's say you sell trading algorithms or a trading course. You want to understand the logical shit, right? What is the literal reason that they're not profitable with their trades? Maybe maybe they're trading emotionally. Maybe they don't have a stop loss, right? Maybe they don't even have a strategy and they're just raw dogging whatever they see on fucking CNN, right? These are the things that you need to understand. That's why the avatar document is so important. But the real issue as to why they can't solve this. Or maybe you sell fitness to like a higher level crowd, okay? What have they done to try to lose the weight? What exercises? Are they tracking their macros? What is the fucking problem, basically, okay? So then when you get that, then we want to go emotional because it gives us the bandwidth to be able to do this. We've earned it, right? And so we want to understand, okay, these logical problems, like what kinds of emotional effects is that having? So for the career coaching thing, okay, and like, what's the whole reason of wanting to even switch careers in the first place? Oh, I want to make money, more money, or maybe not switching careers, getting a better job. Same shit. Oh, I want to make more money. I want more freedom. I want to work less. Okay, and talk to me a little bit. Like, I guess what are you seeing right now that makes you feel like you're like being overworked? Now we get into emotional. So I'm gonna draw a separate diagram for that.